Hi everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. If you are new, welcome, welcome. And if you are not new, thank you for taking the time to spend time with me again. Today, I wanted to share some exciting news about our homeschool journey. If you have been watching for a while, you know that I have been homeschooling our autistic son for about 3 years, and have had a lot of success with it. Lots of ups and downs. Not that long ago, I kind of hit a nosedive energy wise and have been trying to figure out how to get out of that funk. Part of that problem was is as I was getting more and more tired, I was distilling everything that we use the Sunrise program to do therapy for Darrion for his autism. But I had distilled all of that information to my output equaled his possible futures. And that put a huge amount of pressure on myself. And as I got more and more exhausted, the less my output was for him, and therefore I was failing him. And we've gone from that to feeling a little bit better as God kind of sorted out my crazy, and then COVID-19 happened, and I'm going to just say right now that we have decided to homeschool our girls this following September. And I just wanted to share why I've gone from I can barely homeschool one child who has special needs to let's add two typical children to the plate. But it's been really good. It's been really good. And that's what I wanted to share with you is that I am so thankful that the journey of homeschooling has been one that has been really uplifting and good for us. And so to start it all off, even when I was homeschooling Darrion, I saw the value of homeschooling for my typical children, my girls, who are younger than their brother. One is in grade 4 and the other is in grade 2 at this point. And I felt really, just like for my eldest daughter, she is really smart, but she was getting bored at school and she didn't really care about the assignments, and it wasn't something that she really cared about, and so she wasn't really trying her best. And with my other daughter, we found out that she needed eye therapy. And I think I've talked about it a little bit in the past, but it was one of those things where it was hard for her to do math and reading. And we found the answer to that, not the school system. And so it was one of those things where I just, and having the right teacher made a big difference to Sienna. The wrong teacher made a lot of, just it made her, it hit her self-confidence a lot. And so she was saying things like, I don't need to do math and reading, Mom, I can just be an artist like you. And I'm like, well, sweetie, it doesn't really work that way. You still need to do math and reading. So there's been some transitions happening even before COVID-19, but it was always in the back of my mind. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not capable of that right now because I am, struggling with Darrion. And then COVID-19 happened. And it forced me to be just like with Darrion when I was forced to do his homeschool. And I'll put those videos down in the description box. But I literally have been forced into it every time and come out going, oh, this isn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be anyway. So that's kind of how it happened. It took about a month for me to feel like I got my feet under me. But at the same time, I'm also very aware that this is not regular, normal homeschooling. This is co teaching. And even Darrion's Sunrise program kind of got halted because his volunteers couldn't come. And I was just trying to figure out how to educate my kids or co teach my kids. So, one of the great things that has come out of this whole thing is because we were forced, the kids didn't have a choice, we didn't have a choice. Um, the girls are doing well, and Darrion has actually thrived having the girls here. We do read aloud in the morning, and he loves doing it. And then we do silly exercises with him, and he copies us, and that's been wonderful. And he fights me less, not that he jumps all in wholeheartedly, but he fights me less because he watches the examples of his girls or his sisters doing it, and he goes, oh, okay, this is part of kid life. So that's been wonderful, 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 and I am so thrilled and excited about that. The other part of it is it's a transition year for the girls. We don't know who Sienna's teacher is going to be next year. So I don't have an understanding of what he or she is like as a teacher, whether they would be able to continue to uplift Sienna, or if it would be one where there would be less of that. Her grade 2 teacher has just poured her heart into Sienna and has made such a big difference. But I already kind of had in the back of my mind, if it wasn't going well, that I was pulling her. And Sienna, she is way more sensitive to a lot of like, she's a people person and stuff like that. But if she couldn't be her normal self because post COVID-19 school looks very, very different than regular school, I don't want her getting in trouble for being her and for being a people person and for her, um, she's just got a wide open heart, and I don't want her to be smothered by, don't touch, 6 feet, all of the things that would be there. For my other daughter, her best friend is moving away, and she doesn't have any other really close friends in her class. And so that's another aspect of it for me is we've already transitioned to homeschool. They have their spots, everything is set up, and it would be silly for me to throw them into school and then pull them out after going, yeah, this isn't working. And so it's kind of why we decided to jump in with both feet and educate our kids at home. The other part of it that I wanted to share was we found this curriculum, and I've talked about it a little bit before. And next week I'm going to do a review on Gather Round because we have done several or parts of the ocean unit. But I'm really, really excited about it because my kids are excited about it, and the conversations that have come out of it are huge, and I'll talk about that next week. But having that and knowing what we are going to do has been huge and exciting, and the kids are pumped and excited about it too. So my news is that we are jumping full in. Yeah, we're taking the dive and homeschooling all three. And I am just so thankful, and I'm really excited about it. And, to say that even 2, 3 months ago probably would have been very hard for me to say. So I'm just really thankful how God has been leading and guiding and just showing us just this wonderful possibility that changes a lot. It changes a lot, but is also one of those things that is worth doing, worth exploring, very excited about. And yeah, So I just wanted to give that update and share that information because yay! And if you have any questions about the things that I've talked about, if you are also on that journey to homeschool your kids and you're like, because I promise you, I've been there. I just hope that this fills you with a certain amount of ease, that even though it feels big and stuff like that, you love your kids, you know your kids, you know what your kids needs, and you can do it. You can do it. And for those of you who aren't, that is not something that I am not saying that homeschooling is for everyone and that everyone needs to do it. It's based on what you are called to do, what you feel God is telling you to do if you're Christians, or what you feel capable of and what's best for your kids. So I am just sharing our world, our life, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and a thumbs up, and I guess that's the same thing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. I would love to share more with you. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Spring has sprung here, and I am so excited and so happy to see green again. Yay! So, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.